Speak the truth in front of the oppressor. Hold down the fort for the next generation. If Jah grant us all we need for this nation, so why we keep on seeking crumbs from the oppressor? Stand together, Ghana's word. No partisanship, we say Ghana's word. Let's stand together and sing Ghana's word. Yeah, oh let us cultivate the habits of the truth, regardless of who you are and what you are into. Oh let us cultivate the habits of the truth, regardless of who you are and what you are into. Ghana's word, let all your people sing Ghana's word. If you love your country, sing Ghana's word. Let's stand together, Ghana's word. No partisanship, we say Ghana's word. Let's stand together and sing Ghana's word. Yeah, listen on. Chronism must stop. Tribalism out, identity politics, nepotism, things of the past. Make use of what we got, you and I. Ghana must work, forward ever, backwards never. Ghana must work, Ghana must work, Ghana must work. I say so. Ghana must work, Ghana must work, Ghana must work.
Yes, you know, my name is Afro Ages, and I have a feature on this song. The title is Ghana Must Work, and I believe Ghana must work when we all begin to see the truth.
It's all your people sing Ghana must work. If you love your country, sing.
Whether you're a doctor, whether you're the president, whether you're the minister, the chief justice, I think we have to speak the truth of God. Whether you're a journalist, whether you're a military man, whether you're a policeman, we have to learn to speak the truth. Stop trying to massage situations to favor the leader or to favor somebody in power. Leadership in Ghana and Africa as a whole, I think it's a very dicey situation, very tricky topic.
Politics. Join me on the hot seat, where we keep it live, clean, precise, and to the point. Where it's all about country and people, patriotic views for the betterment of Ghana. On Nasit, I'm your host, Eamn. See you.
What do you want to make me a boy? Nobody a boy. Because we should say that I'm for a bra, I'm for bread now. I'm for so far. I'm for so far. I'm for bread. Okay.
We go very
Interchange, right?
Yes.
And please, what can you say about the road?
Oh, the road, it stopped more than 1 year. It didn't come and finish for us because this caused very, very big traffic. After that, all the dogs are against about us. We begging the Ghana government that come and do it for us because of this thing. No can help the help.
If we go about Soka right now, spare parts. 300 from 300 cities, 1,000 going. So we need our drivers. We need.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, good way. First, I would know. At the house, you he said, "Would never down." Woman, tell me, say, "Manamba, the better the whole day. Maybe a man. The car, of course, here. Any he said, "About a coffee station." Nothing. I say, even I have a sign.
say, I'm a man. Some come with you as a mock says, scheming I said, Edo Moko. No, it went on here, get a share, getting your back. There's some pass my bay.
Next year's election, what do you think about the election of next year? Who would you like wants to come to power? Would you like MPP to retain power or NDC to come back?
Oh, said no one day on one or one. So much as ya, Quebec, it's about Gundo into a Sammy Bima. Oh, so bad it only a man Sunday, I said to Meadow, but no one or just man, keep a pan, Cafutus in Quebec,
Okay, offer, thank you.
And quite ready, I did I one teach quite so there. Said they see ha, yeah, Jumani or more Mutton Tony or Crown there. Said they will see who. And so tobacco crown, dear Tuna, Vianney boy, and foot through there, while one it here. The Hinimunina, or more turn the Hangina, and so then the only baby I call Ubetinamusa, who had the Quenya, who down Mobile or Mojan also, we are able to Brunei. Why you can feel station, especially more. Said your chap in the Bessiachi, Oko Far Cry, Yamaya, your cockroach, Oko, when you know Casa Casinity, when you know to do. That is the crowd from dropping now, call more Ukraina, baby, a gentleman, you 20 Amenco, you call me Thai Bessay, Thai says, Zoko catch the wine. And then you goose are.
So, please, is it also affecting your health?
Oh, and yeah, probably didn't there. Said ya, Yanina most say you, but I think I could be boy near hospital. Any bones say, and Futu and I, Timuno, Queen, but what need to your gunner, a deal Futu will be no fire. A day about near Shaka, you must say, we have over the Marco Tantan, you know, Nasaka. And yes, I got the wood in a dear Futu here. We are near the brain and they minds so by any day. Oh, health insurance, not dear. Me ye be a bath for me ye be, but a woo yen man renew now. Major to one.
Okay, why?
Oh, to me, no dear, me health insurance, no. I think say right now I think MPP time now we introduce here buy change of government in a buy and yet do papa beyond the cover be moment who say who in Yama be here. Me was sick now my call my yaris I forget about those kind of things.
Okay, the election is coming up next year. What do you think about it?
Election, I said no. Well, me the Ghana election had no dear. Say you vote to party, mid dear. Me ya home quine. I just say be the election, no more the about phones now with me. I told you I met to say pan, say make a sunlight, and I say we are bomb about the CBM.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
This is Victor reporting for NSG News.
There's a lot of quine like quine that have we first, that one car back on a FRC. But now we main road in the two say, yeah, but walk on at the 2S, say how says every week, when your coat. I got to say, Hannah, yet in the crown puno, ye nipadia, ye the kidney papa. Well, or Bannon didn't say, into 2 crab winning. Say, every how many now, Mamma has said, no report to say, into 2 ama or Yaya, or be a complaining, and we are now, or Motomina, into 2 cried and Akum. So, me and Mohammed say, color in a pure green. Miss Payne, I say, it is a dank impany from what the crown about 2 hours. Other moment may interview say, Yano, I will hear Benny, say, get to what say, Obi and Fie. Now, most ministers in Penifin, I must on market national game. That was 1 young woman and 1 young man in Yankopon. What shall I do to Tunkume? Now, did it one of one did in a moment? And ya the papa. It's a moment or my son to say, Lord of Conor Ravico, Municipal Assembly, should be the way I planted to Tuafa. Lord, I was saying, cargo cars now will be to Mamma, home for container. On what I will bring to 2 crap with a casting in. Ukabuchira, sarcasm say, oh, with your muffa. And blame yet my sister be dear Yegma. Ade, Mama, yan so no, Kaka, ye the bedin, Sanfanka say, and we are because of 2020. Ye blow, ye Brennan Yankopona, or Shay and Suninti, and ye wood. It's a woman was to say, find out what happened on Mamma Yen, into a queen, in Turbia, crown, what warrior Buba, warrior stone, warrior Buba, getting it, it's a bread, they met me a cannon.
This touching the government will be forced. Anytime they lose touching, we are problem free. They will start, then they will show. If you watch the down there like this, if traffic chop pen or you go see cars no go fit move. The big trailers or they come up from the harbor, then they come here or then they car for the they no fit go. You understand me? So if then they try say they don't want to do something and they for do one fast then go left, they no be say somebody they want chop for side. It means say everything we already do for this Ghana somebody for chop. But if you know say that thing they do, they benefit everybody. I just do one once and for all. You understand? Because this one like this, you also can't waste extra materials, can't fix the road again. Because the place where potholes they there, or you will see, if you can't make critical, the Chinese people them a company there, you know, they also can't pour these big stones for there again. Then rain will fall. Then go see some. These things all they will be castigated. So therefore, just try with them, then just sort. But this thing is say they do. Unless election time, then one party will can't take it or can't finish this thing. We have people now they will can't finish this thing because with them with the power right now. So with them now they will finish this thing.
Okay, going to the election area. Do you believe that MPP is coming back to power?
They are not sure. MPP they don't go chop again.
Why do you say so?
Oh, as Akufo-Addo come, can't do anything. You don't understand me? I don't say do anything. You just can't stress the country. Any other countries where the world inside, they face the same things we will face. But on our own, they be too much. The government no fit handle situations where they occur right now. They don't fit handle them. So they make we the citizens we they tire quick. You see, Ghana money stuff no heavy again right now. If you hold 200 Ghana cedis, 5 million right now, they mean say they hold anything stuff. You go finish right now.
The road, all the roads are bad actually because when you are just walking with your car or you are working with it, some places the roads all are in a deplorable state, which I think the government have to just fix all the roads. And probably because of the roads and the thermoport, the duties there and stuff. Now when you're going to buy the prices it's double. And we are not feeling comfortable at all. We are not feeling comfortable. So I'm pleading to the government to just come to our aid and to fix the road. The duty on the port, it have to be, some levies have to be scrapped. Some levies have to be scrapped because it really increased the prices of Abuja Pass, which I'm just pleading to the government to just see to it, to just fix all that things. The prices are really high because when you're going to buy shorts, last year or last 2 years, I do buy shorts like 60 stars, 60 Ghana and stuff. Now this current year, this current month, shorts is for my car. Shorts is almost heading towards 200 Ghana, 180 and stuff. So it have times 3, which I don't get it. So I'm pleading to the government to come to our aid to sort out the duties imports because some levies have to be scrapped. Yeah.
You're welcome back. And I'm sure still you will be seeing some of the abandoned projects as I talk about them on screen. Now, remember this. The desire is Ghana must work. We believe Ghana can work. You know Ghana can work. All we need is you come off your partisan horses, I come off my partisan horses, and let's make Ghana work. Now, first area that the NSG, the people's viewpoint is the Collins Dawuda area, which is the gentleman you saw who talked about the fact that the economy is broken. And he cited the fact that the economy is broken to the point that the IMF loan deal is in a jeopardy. He has a point because he's out in the news how IMF doesn't want to give any more money. Of course, the hot seat, we have our reservation and we encourage you to go and listen to some of our views on Ghana's interaction with IMF, whether it's beneficial to Ghana or in a long term, it deprives Ghana of its trajectory as far as development infrastructure is concerned. So we have our reservation. And maybe it's not IMF's fault. Maybe it's our leadership. Because many are the other nations that have dealt with IMF, and yet today they have become countries we will call developed, even to the point of being in a G7. Beautiful. So let's carry on. This journeyman went on to say nothing is working. That's his perspective of the economy and government. He said what? Nothing is working. What's your view? Leave your comment. We want Ghana to work. Ghana must work. All hands on deck. Leave your comment. Give your views. He even cited things are not working to the extent that the VRA flood induced where those downstream of the Akosombo Dam have been struggling with devastation. Of course, some benevolent individuals within the community or within the country have made generous donations, and we pray and hope those donations get into the hands of the victims accordingly. And then he went on to a very news that we carried as well, and he talked about the EU donation to Ghana. Even though it is good, he said that's not what we need now. On NSG News, the hot seat, we talked about it. And we even went further to brought follow-on additional information about those vehicles, where they were coming from, and what could that be or may mean as far as Ghana's participation or receiving of those cars, militarized vehicles are concerned. The hot seat, we encourage you to have a listing. Go to our website, nutsegghana.com. NUTSEGE GhanaGH.com. You will have those articles out there. Let's carry on. The team, the People's Viewpoint, was out still within the Nungwa area. They were at the Nungwa barrier. You've listened to the gentlemen, what they have to say. And this has got to do with the abandoned Nungwa interchange. You see, again, NSG News, we've talked about abandoned projects before, and we cited Sagleme. Floods that has become a bone of contention where some of the Ghanaian individuals or activists, if you want to move people there forcefully, something the hot seat we have our reservation with. But that didn't tend to be the case. We hope it is done in a more structured way. Abandoned interchange. Some of these things are not luxuries, they are necessity. They help the economy. Commuting to and from work has become difficult. As you have heard, the gentlemen or those that were interviewed, their views about the abandoned project, what it has been, you've heard. Some of them talked about the fact that the dust is becoming a health issue. Road traffic accidents have increased as a result of this abandoned interchange. Government, you've heard the people. This is not partisan-induced conversation. These are the individuals or Ghanaians that are in these communities, and they are the receiving end of this abandoned project, or in other words, the refusal of government to finish the projects. So we will not say it's partisanship, but it's purely the disadvantage Ghanaians are suffering as a result of these abandoned projects. Let's carry on. He went on to say the fuel prices are high. We encourage you to listen again to a broadcast we made season 1 of Ghana Must Work. We have a program on the hot seat called Ghana Must Work, because Ghana can work. We all want Ghana to work. What do? Let's come off our partisan horses and make Ghana work. To the point that some are either intending to or have decided to abstain from the upcoming 2024 elections. That is how dissatisfied the citizenry are becoming. So we call on our leaders of the various political leadership or those that would succeed in being elected for the next 4 years, come 2024, to learn to do something and give back to the people. Because the understanding from some of the citizens is that our leadership don't care. Hence, they abandon projects. You know it. Nungwa Barrier is not the only one. Saglame is not the only one. In some cases, our maintenance culture is questionable. Look at the Tema motorway. And even in the next area that the people's viewpoint was, you will see that either is again another abandoned project or is lack of maintenance. The Highways Authority, what do you do? Road Minister, what is going on? We want to know, because the evidence is the roads are not good. But these road networks are contributing further to a moving economy, commuting to and from work, commuting to and from business. It's a priority. It must be a priority. Good roads are not luxuries. In some countries, 2 lanes have become 3 lanes. 3 lanes can become 4 lanes over a 5 years period, over 10 years pass. But ours, the past 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, the roads get broken and broken. Of course, new ones are being built. Are we going to maintain them? We got to check our mentality when it comes to maintenance. We love new things, but we don't make provision for maintenance. The last area the People's Viewpoint team is the Krowa Municipal Assembly, KMA. Again, bad road networks was the issue. It's either it's a maintenance issue or again, it's an abandoned project, as I've mentioned some few minutes ago. The refusal to fix or complete projects in our country, it's so huge. Is either government is refusing to do it or they don't care. But the debt ceiling of Ghana is been increasing. As of the last time I checked, it's over 500 billion. Mr. Finance Minister, Mr. Road Minister, Water Minister is there. All kinds of ministers are in this government. And yet, the people are saying things are not working. Why? One of the gentlemen cited the fact that the issues we have in Ghana is all over the world. Of course, especially after the lockdowns and these COVID, all nations have been struggling with inflation. But his understanding is Ghana's own is not acceptable. It's quite too high. I'm only responding to what the people are saying. I cannot call him to question. He is in the water and he said the water is hot. Can we just check and see if truly the water is hot? And as a matter of fact, the evidence of the broken roads that you can see, uncompleted buildings and uncompleted road networks on screen and all over the place should tell you the people are not telling a lie. The broken road means increased fuel consumption. Yes, you keep revving the engine because you can't have a smooth drive. Some cars in Ghana never live to attain cruising speed. It's a pity. And they are requesting government to remove some of the levies and taxes because it's making things too expensive, the fuel, everything. Anyway, the hot seat, we believe Ghana can work. We want Ghana to work. Ghana must work. We call on our leaders and the citizenry of Ghana and all those decision-making individuals in any pocket of the country to come up their partisan horses and roll up the sleeves and let's make Ghana work. Till we come your way, this is the hot seat. I'm your host, Eamn. Bye for now.
50 million. Now, maybe I am young, but I should be it's gonna go as what? Now, but you know, then I'm sure this is a ban. I was a preference business. I took one where your politics buy a gun of one, because you are more used to it, but then it was a day or citizens, I don't know. Then, Miss Ed, no, I have to trouble man, and I mean, it's a problem. But now, I don't know my young kind of press. I didn't put you. So, mammy, we would know so only one year or four years or what you may kind of press it. Siciano man and Poye. Never be a air question, let's say. Wow, Omunisca Crown's way. Yamumpona yet Magangacano, the woman yet Manos way. It's not an easy crowd.
I said, a lot of quine or more like quine that have we first, that one car back on a FRC. But now we main road in the back to say, yeah, but yeah, walk on at the 2S, say how says every week we are when your coat. I got to say, Hana, yet to the crown puno, ye nipadia, yeah, the kidney papa. Well, or Baron Jenner say, into 2 crab boy. Say, every how many now, Mamma has said, no report to say, into 2 ama or Yayare, or be a company, and you are now, or Motomaina, into 2 cried and Akum. So when me and Mohammed say color in pure green. Me so pray now say it is a dank company for no other crown better one. Other moment may interview say, yeah no I will hear better say due to what say say obi enfie na most ministers mpanyinfo nyina mo so market national dem bibles wan ya ma wumi na wan ya ma no yankopon wo hwele ntutu nkume na wo didi wo na wo mba mu didi na mo me anya de papa. It's a moment on my son to say, Lord, Conor de Ravico, Municipal Assembly, the way I plan it to Tuafa, Lord, what can I say, cargo cars now will be to Mamma, home for container, on what I will bring to 2 crap which a casting in a Ukabuchira, sarcasm, say, oh, with your muffa. And blame yet my sister, be dear Yegma. Ade, Mumma, yan so no, Kakra, yet the bedin, San Franca say, and we are because of 220. Yeah, blow, yeah, Brennan, Yanko Pona, or Shay, and Suninti, and Kayuda. It's woman wants to say, find out what happened on my maybe into a queen, in Turbia, crown, what will you back? What will stone? What will you back and get it? It's a bread. They met me a can. Yeah, bread.
My name is Marvin Okansi. I'm a driver.
Are you business or private?
Yeah, business.
Okay. Please, the fuel prices, is it okay for you?
Oh, the fuel price is quite bad because a liter is almost 13. So sometimes when you are just looking around with your car, it's really bad. And the fuel price, the government have to do something about it. Yeah, the government have to do something about it because it's quite bad. The road actually, all the roads are bad actually because when you are just walking with your car or you are working with it, some places the roads all are in a deplorable state, which I think the government have to just fix all the roads. And probably because of the roads and the thermoport, the duties there and stuff. Now, when you're going to buy the prices it's double, and we are not feeling comfortable at all. We are not feeling comfortable. So I'm appealing to the government to just come to our aid and to fix the road. The duty on the port, it have to be, some levies have to be scrapped. Some levies have to be scrapped because it really increased the prices of Abusican Pass, which I'm just pleading to the government to just see to it, to just fix all that things. The prices are really high. Because when you're going to buy shorts, last year or last 2 years, I do buy shorts like 60 stars, 60 Ghana and stuff. Now this current year, this current month, shorts is for my car, shorts is almost heading towards 200 Ghana. 180 and stuff. So it have times like times 3, which I don't get it. So I'm pleading to the government to come to our aid to sort out the duties imposed, because some levies have to be scrapped. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. This is Victor Eamn, reporting for NSG News with Integrity. We are at the uncompleted Lingua interchange. Please, what's your name?
Ivan Sintiamwa.
Please, where are we?
Lingua Barrier.
Interchange, right?
Yes.
Please, what can you say about the road?
Oh, the road, it stopped more than 1 year. It didn't come and finish for us. Because this caused very, very big traffic after that. All the dogs are against us. We begging the Ghana government that come and do it for us. Because of this thing, no can help the help.
And how is it affecting your livelihood and your health?
You see, if the dogs come on your way, it turn all this insurance for the people. So let's come and finish them for us. I'm begging us. Because the road, all the time the traffic are here and it can cause more accidents here. It's very, very big problem and big issue. So let's find out.
If we go about Soka right now, spare parts, 300 from 300 cities, 1,000 going. We need our drivers. We need.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Fine, madam.
Please, what's the name?
Wafa.
Please, what can you say about the road?
Good way, First, I would do a dancing on the Mapa. He said, would never done. Woman, Chapan, tell me, say, Manama, the better the whole day. Maybe a man. The car across here, any year. He said, about a coffee station, nothing. I say, when I have a sign,
please, is it affecting your health?
Affecting, the Pia, your cold stores are hospitals, the Pia, the SMT come Yalpa, Yabo.
Please, what would you like to tell the government?
Government do some, can be a trade. I want to see me, almost by a champion, be a next year. My bay would not be. There's so much of my bay, I may buy your door upon. Okay, I'm your mania. Then, when I come with you, some more cases, skimming out there. They don't go. No, it went on here, get a chance, getting them back. There's some pass my bay.
Next year's election, what do you think about the election of next year? Who would you like what to come to power? Would you like MPP to retain power or NDC to come back?
Oh, said no one day on one or one. So much as here, Quebec, it's about going to call into a Sammy Bima. Oh, so bad about it on your man Sunday, I said to Meadow, no one or just my keep a pan, Cafutas in Quebec. Okay,
Opa, thank you very much.
Afternoon, boss.
This was the name?
Anthony Aboa.
Okay. How is the fuel February?
Oh, fuel not from there. Yeah, see, I know the Akobani say, Omuyino, if you some Peswan, be a 1 city be a Devachina drop. Yamian can start your grandja as a mobile cracker. The bag going in total no media, and call crab, Comodia, reason, maybe a darn, that's a. They just poor and the cause of star or documenty. Okay.
What about the roads?
A quite now became. A quite idea, I walk and one church you said there's a yeah, Jumani or more Mutun Twadia crown here. Said they would see who in so tobacco crown, dear children, Viana boy, and foot road there, while when it's here. The Hinimunina, or Mutan, the Hangina, and so when the only baby are called Ubetinamusa. Who had your quenya, who would down Mobile or Mojanosa, we are able to Brunei. Why you can feel station, especially more. Said your chap can be Siachi, Oko Far Crab, Yamaya, your cockroach, Oko, when you are Casa Casinity, when you know to do. They say, crowd from a dropping now call more Ukraina, baby a gentleman, you 20 Amenco, you call me Thai Bessay, Thai says, Zoko catching away. And the you goose are.
So, please, is it also affecting your health?
Oh, yeah, probably didn't there. Said that, you didn't know, said you, but I think I could be boy near hospital. Any bones say, and put you and I, Timono, Queen, but what when it's your gunner, ɛde futuro ɛbɔ obie ne hɔ fire ho ɛgya yɛ ba ne ɛhyehyɛ kaa yi mu sɛ awia bɔ a wohwɛ bi nwa no ɔma kɔtenatena yi no n'ase kakra ɛyɛ sɛ aka sɛ wogyina ha deɛ futuro no deɛ oyaleɛ de bebree na ɛde man so wobɛyɛ ne dɛn health insurance no deɛ meyɛ bi ɛba afoforɔ no na meyɛ bi but wuyɛ no mankɔrenew na mɛgya ato hɔ nom koraa.
Okay, why?
To me no deɛ me health insurance no I think say right now I think MPP time now omo introduce here buy no change of government no buy no enye do papa bia na cover bia mo man you know who say who nyama me bia msia me we sika na me kwaje my yaris I forget about those kind of things.
Okay, the election is coming up next year. What do you think about it?
Election no. I say no. Well, me dia nyame no nokoni Ghana election ha no mo there. Say you go to pa there me there. Me nya ho kwan. I just say be there election no mo dia abafon so na obetimi ato dia meto. Say pan say me kwakọ sunlight and now say we abo me kwakọ to about there even CBM.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, miss me that.
This is Victor reporting for Energy News. Integrity.
Friends, like I'm calling Swallow.
Swallow.
Yeah,
Swallow. Wow, that's nice. Please, what can you say about the road and the interchange?
This interchange, the government will force. Anytime they do interchange, we are problem free. They go start, then they go show. If you watch the down there like this, if traffic chop pen on, you go see cars no go fit move. The big trailers or they come up from the harbor, then they come here or then they car for them. They no feel good. You understand me? So if they try say they don't want to do something, and they for do one fast, then go left. They no be say somebody they want chop for side. It mean say everything we already do for this Ghana, somebody for chop. But if you know say that thing they do, they benefit everybody. I just do one once and for all. You understand? Because this one like this, also can't waste extra materials, can't fix the road again. Because the place where potholes they there, or you will see if you can't make critical. The Chinese would have a company there, you know, they also can't pour these big stones for there again. Then rain will fall. Then go see some. These things all they will be castigated. So therefore, just try with them, then just sort. But this thing is say they do. Unless election time, then one party will can't take it or can't finish this thing. We have people now they will can't finish this thing because with them with the power right now. So with them now they will finish this thing.
Okay, going to the election area. Do you believe that MPP is coming back to power?
They are not sure. MPP they don't go chop again.
Why do you say so?
Oh, as Akufo-Addo come, you know can't do anything. You don't understand me? I don't say do anything. You just can't stress the country. Any other countries where the world inside, they face the same things we will face. But on our own, they be too much. The government no fee handle situations where they occur right now. They don't fee handle them. So they make we the citizens we they tire quick. You see, Ghana money stuff no heavy again right now. If you hold 200 Ghana cedis, 5 million right now, they mean say no they hold anything stuff. You go finish right now. You don't understand? But that money, even if you get woman stuff, they give her 500 Ghana stuff, she go insult you. But me, I don't get one, so me, I know they give anybody. Only my mother pay they give money.
This is Victor reporting for NSG News. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
This was the name.
My name is Mumuni Arimia.
You say?
Mumuni Arimia.
Okay. Please, how do you see the economy?
Oh, our Ghana has economy. Oh, na say economy na say.
Wow.
Economy na say. Ama IMF kurampo say. Isika akakura say omo de be man no. Say omo say omo fama ebio. Ana na no na mitia ni sign. So omo say omo fama ebio. So economy dey I say. Okay.
Election is coming up next year. What should we expect? Is MPP coming back to power or is NDC?
No. MPP they omo babio. Debi. MPP they omo babio. Ana maybe we should say omako yi ba omi antino. Ofi say ba omi obetimi amahama. Debi. Ba omi ontimi mahama. Ba omi ontimi mahama. Ye kon sunsun kurampo a ba omi ontimi mahama. Ohunam life kura ontimi mahama. Because amafo abre omo. Amafo abre omo. Because we share sena sisi enyamomu esi kwa. Sisi bibia nye dwuma bi omo. Bibia say bibia nye dwuma bi omo. Hwe wohwɛ even akwa bibi anye dwuma minhu dia membo wohwɛ ekrom a amanfo brɛ nkasa amanfo brɛ a mo brɛ ne dan ye brɛ sika ni krom edwuma ni hɔ ekwan na asɛe ekwan bebre asɛe bibia nkoso nsuo to a hwɛ da no voter regime de esi wo voter regime amanfo ɛwɔ hɔ ɛda so brɛ amanfo wɔ hɔ ɛda so brɛ minkote I say ɔma abrɔfo na abɛkyɛ cars war cars soldiers ɔmo de aba bɛma soldiers ɛyɛ ba ɛnyɛ ɔno na ɛyɛ problem ɔwɔ sɛ yɛma mpani ɔnkɔ ka yɛ problem ne kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ mboa bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmɛtumi de aboa yɛ a na ɔmo de aboa yɛ because wohwɛ sɛ na amanfo ɛbrɛ a amanfo brɛ now amanfo sɔfa o amanfo sɔfa minua amanfo brɛ.
Okay. What should we expect from NDC in case of they come to power next year?
Oh yes, NDC the power, unbelievable power. NDC, by the grace of God, power the unbelievable power. And almost that yo vim kakrabi yo hope almost say omoba ometimi aye. Yenim dia mahama ba oye. Yenim dia mahama ba obedi 4 years. Even Krampo sa 4 years no Krampo ni rule ni nyina andru 4 years because sha Akufo-Addo de ni court. President Akufo-Addo de ni court. 2012 or the court more than 8.5 months. Now Mahama that's what court. Now so there's a few months where chance kakra where I can share nyama odi ye. But the 3 years and 3 years and some 4 months be edi yes I nyama we nyina the whole Ghana. Now so sa time no nyina menim say Mahama ko kan kura na MPP for be kanta na omo so omo nenam baby ni nsem nti ama ebeye Ghana fo nyina atrimu dedede say oh ede na nado ni ba omi ba Ghana be te say heaven oh on na yewu mi o on na yewu mi nti Mahama ba wo adwen papa bia wo betimi aye aboye hwe or ka about 24 hours economy yes samanka ni yekura 24 hours economy o betimi aye abrosa Mahama betimi aye abrosa because we share Mahama ni plans na ni vision na okita no we obi a obetimi aboa Ghana papa ko obi a de na adwen eba bema Mahama anase obi a de na so batu Mahama ne nsem a oka nyina so a mo behu say papa no oka no korɛ Ghana ewo eda na kuma so pa nti obeboy obeboy.
Thank you very much, sir. This is Victor reporting for NSG News with integrity.
Hello, you're watching NSG News, and this is the hot seat. I'm your host, Eamn. And in the spirit of Ghana must work, Ghana can work, we want Ghana to work, and collectively we can make Ghana work. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. With that, the YouTube algorithm will then help us spread the video more to other like-minded like yourself who are currently watching or listening to the conversation. Welcome. Fix the country, and the hot seat we want to add, fix the country, make Ghana work. Because when you fix the country, you make the country to work as it should be. So we want to look into, we've been hearing and seeing the activities of this Fix the Country movement. Of course, some don't resonate with us because we think things can be done a little bit differently. But let's have a first look at this. The hot seat is going to host sessions in what we understand as to fix the country means. And so this is our introductory episode for the series on Fix the Country, Make Ghana Work. All right. So we want to say that, look, changing of leadership alone will not fix the country. To fix the country, there are a whole lot of things involved, right? To fix the country is all hands on deck. Not just only the president, not only the ministers, all of us. Because when we are shouting from the mountaintop to say, fix the country, start with yourself first. When you are in the office, when you are given an assignment as a country person, how do you do it? Yeah, you know, of course, people are going to start jumping on the fact that, oh, our leaders are this. No, let's start with ourselves first. When you're in the office, when you're out on the field, how do you behave? What is your mentality and mindset when it comes to delivering or discharge of your responsibility, your duties as a country person? To change or to amend the constitution alone is not going to fix the country. Right. Look, let's look at it from this point. People complain about the church community or the Christian community, right? The Christian community or the church community, you see every church is doing different things, but we have the same Bible, the same instruction. Why that? It is what the hot seat called human effect. Some are manipulating the scriptures against their members. Some are manipulating the scriptures to do all sorts of things. The Bible is the same. Why should there be difference in what happens in the churches? So it is not entirely, do we blame the Bible or the application of the Bible? Some will say the way the Bible is written, that is why people are able to exploit. No, the Bible is written watertight. But the fact that some individuals will not look in the Bible for themselves, some individuals will not, are only waiting on what they are told. That will happen. And some look in the scriptures and not looking from the perspective, from the point of the spirit. So if we bring that to the constitution, we cannot entirely blame the constitution for what we have in Ghana. It is human effect. If the Chief Justice, if the Supreme Court decides to interpret the Constitution in an interesting way, not in favor of country and people, do you blame the Constitution? If let's assume that the Supreme Court is packed up with partisan-minded individuals, therefore they refuse to uphold the provisions of Constitution, do you say something is wrong with the Constitution? Yes, there may be aspects of the Constitution that may need tweaking, but tweaking that will not change the country. Because if the mentality of the people who discharge the responsibilities of upholding the Constitution is not changed, it doesn't matter what you give them. You get the same result. Now, there's this group of red beret guys, whether they are revolutionaries, whether they are, they say they call them the Fix the Country movement leadership. They wear red berets and all sorts of arguments and discussions and demonstrations and what have you. Yes, of course, demonstrations, civil disobedience is all part of the provisions of democracy. But if we truly, if this group, this movement truly is about fixing the country, then there's a lot more that is not being done. Because it is not only taking the demonstration, it's not only going to change the constitution, the mentality and mindset of the people, the people that are coming out of our education system. The West is not the West without their education system. What they become is fashioned into the education system. When we begin to address the various aspects, we call it facets of Fix the Country, we will talk about education system. We will talk about celebrities. We will talk about the private sector. We will talk about individuals. We will talk about things that actually contribute to fixing the country. The whole country needs mentality and mindset check. As stated at the beginning of this video, start with yourself first. Cross-examine yourself. How do you behave as a country person? That goes to the president too. That goes to all the ministers. That goes for all the MPs. Until we have this honest reality check as far as our mentality and mindset is concerned, that we move from instances where people say that, oh, as for me, I don't touch my salary. Kickbacks is what he lives on. You are a thief. Right there. How could the Constitution stop that? Can't you see it's the mentality and mindset issue? The whole country, from the classroom teacher, from our homes, even in your own house, look at the way you behave, some of you. Of course, this is a difficult conversation that I know a lot of people are going to like it, but for us to change the country is to be honest with ourselves and begin to do what needs done. Because when a Ghanaian travel abroad, nothing is changed about that Ghanaian. But when they go to they move abroad, the systems in place brings the best out of them. The system in place makes a Ghanaian look excellent and beautiful. But bring that same Ghanaian back to Ghana, he joins the queue of corruption, he joined the queues of back kicks, he joined the queues of everything else because the system is not working. If it is a Ghanaian problem, if it is an African problem, when Africans travel abroad, they should not deliver, they should not be able to perform, they should not be able to deliver according to the provisions of whichever country they find themselves in. So this is an introduction to Fix the Country. And we would touch note on various aspects. We will talk about celebrities, how they are equally failing Ghana. And then they will come back saying that, hey, fix the country, blah, blah, blah. Shut your trap. Because you're not doing what is supposed to be done. And when we deal with you, you will know that truly you are not helping fix the country. Some of them, most of them. If individuals have twisted mentality when it comes to country and people, when it comes to doing things for the benefit of everybody, you blame the Constitution. You blame if a church leadership is acting in an interesting way, you blame the Bible. So in our follow-on episodes on Fix the Country, Make the Ghana Work, we would touch note on these things segment by segment. Education system, a medical system. We will talk about all those things. Fix the country, yes, the word is good. But in the now, the whole seat, we are not sure if the way it's being peddled is going to actually produce any result. We have to be honest. We have to be truthful in what it is that we are looking for. And then engage in that capacity. Before we go, we have this to say. To fix the country is to make Ghana work. To make Ghana work is to do things differently. To do things differently is to change one's mentality and mindset on country and community matters. Ghana must work. Ghana can work. We want Ghana to work. Let's collectively get on board and make our beautiful, beloved mother Ghana work to the amazement of the rest of the world, because we can. Till we come your way in the next episode where we begin to touch on specifics of Fix the Country, share the video, subscribe to the channel, like it. God bless Mother Ghana. Long live the Fourth Republic. I'm your host, Eamn. Bye for now.
Hello, you're watching NSG News and this is the hot seat. And in the spirit of Ghana must work, Ghana can work, we want Ghana to work. Like, share, forward to other Ghana loving Ghanaians, and in unity, we believe we can make Ghana the Ghana we all desire. Yes, this is episode 2 of Fix the Country and Make Ghana Work. That's beautiful because Ghana can work. We want Ghana to work and Ghana must work. Now today the hot seat is going to look in an aspect of Fix the Country, Make Ghana Work, i.e. in our introduction, which was episode 1, we talked about the actual facets that makes Fix the Country meaningful. When we talked about the current Fix the Country movement, we encourage you to have a listen to the episode 1 so we don't have to go on about what has been said. It's not a long one, very short. Have a listen to episode 1, which is introduction to this topic that we're going to be on, with the hope to touch every aspect that actually makes Fix the Country. And with that, we make Ghana to work and be the great nation that it is. Now, today's episode is on mentality and mindset. We believe, the hot seat believes strongly that what we see, both from the top of management of the country right down to the guy on the street, is all in our mind. Either by virtue of what we have been fed, what we are told, how we've been raised, the information is available to us, or purely just because of what we are told we are, and we have accepted it. And we are being driven by that qualification, because a person that is labeled to be a mad person is still you look at that person, he's a human being. But his or her behavior, which actually spans from his or her mind, is the reason the person could be qualified or is qualified as a mad person. Because the mental state drives the behavior of a person. So we strongly believe the mentality and mindset that is ingrained in our way of life is the reason we see the behavior that we see, both from our leadership and from ourselves. And if we can work on it constructively, being honest and truthful to ourselves, Ghana should be able to turn itself around and be the nation that is being made to be, because we lack nothing. Human resource, natural resource, we have it all. So why can't we be what we want to be? Enough of blaming somebody, or blaming most especially the West. The hot seat, in as much as the West is blamed, the hot seat, we say we are not doing enough. We are not doing enough. Now, the general attitude, behavior towards duty, especially in the government sectors, small bribes, big bribes, everybody wants to eat where they have not sown anything. The secretary in the office wants somebody to tip them before they can even arrange a meeting to see a business director. Why that? It's like what Professor Christian Eamn said, that corruption is the fiber that holds Ghana together. A while ago, when he was speaking on the how deep corruption is in Ghana. Shoddy contracts, You are awarded contract, whatever goes on behind the scene before the contract was given to you, you go out to the field and you do less than what you have promised to do. Shoddy contracts, contracts not completed. It is all in our mind. Because in some parts of the world, if there be a reason why a contract is awarded to a person on a term, they deliver it. One of the reasons that there's infrastructural and developmental deficit is, if we go through the system in Ghana, you will see that contracts were awarded and never got delivered. Not only that, out of the grapevine, within the districts and the metropolitan assemblies, it is said that there is a scheme where those awarding the contract actually takes money from those who receive the contract in cash. So you can't trace it back to them. Is that not a mentality? Is that a mindset? So that individual who is awarding the contract within the council and the metropolitan assemblies takes his cut and don't care whether the job is done properly, whether the maintenance on the roads is done properly. And that's what we have to be upset with. We have to be angry because we drive on the roads. When we complain about fuel, actually, yes, fuel is expensive, but it is not entirely based on the fuel expense. It's just because of the sheer volume of wastage. Most cars never live to attain cruising speed, revving the engine all the time, because the road is not good. So a fuel that could take you for 200 kilometers takes you only for 80 kilometers. And you want to blame the price? You blame the mechanisms of the road. The broken roads consume most of your fuel. You know, you go to the offices, simple processes that you come, you pay, or you come, you register, and then you see who you want to see. Have been deliberately made it to look like what the hot seat will call the rigmarole. A simple thing being made complex, so people feel like there's a need to tip somebody. There's a need to bribe somebody to have a simple process, a system that is available, exclusively available to you. Just being a Ghanaian. But these things are made to look like a rigmarole. So people are thinking about, oh, it's going to take 5 days. I want this thing done quickly. It's going to take 1 month, 2 months. But it is deliberate from those that are dispensing the processes. And that is not a mentality issue. It is. And so what happens? The people, because for bribery to take place, for corruption to take place, there is a receiver and there's a giver. So when Ghanaians come, first thing is they say brown envelope. Brown envelope. Without even the administrator of this process asking for, he at first hand gives a bribe. Because in his mind, this thing is complex. This is going to take long, because the individuals who administer it deliberately make it look like a rigmarole. Passport application, DVLA, the SEPs, clearing of your goods at the airport, the cargo services, and at the ports. All these things are deliberately made complex, difficult for you. So when you come, you look at it, please, can you help me? You give him money that actually should be paid towards the clearing of your goods. You tip people so much that there's nothing even left to run the business that you want to run. It's a mentality and mindset issue. Everybody thinks that it is within their right to take somebody from somebody, to offer the services that they have been employed and duly paid to render. If we can renew our minds, both the receivers of the bribe and the givers of the bribe, to say, I'm not giving it. I will wait if it's going to take 4 days, if it's going to take 5 days. I've done it before. I remember when I needed my passport urgently, I went to the passport head office. Did I have appointment? No. I stayed in the queue. And so is he expecting me? I said, no, I need to see him because why? My understanding, he's a public servant and it's within my right to see him when I want to. But I must follow the process. And they were trying to make it difficult for me. I wasn't going to give any money. So I sit in the queue as long as it took. And this lady at the immigration office, up in the ministries, went in there and saw the boss, the head of passport control. So there's a gentleman outside there who wants to see him. And sometimes it is not the bosses, it's not the people who are I call them the bosses are the problem. Sometimes the process to seeing them. Whether they are aware is like that, I don't know, I can blame them. But I waited. I waited for hours. Because I have that time. Because I wasn't going to pay anything. Eventually, I was ushered in. So was I expecting him? He said, no. So why do you want to see me? I told him. He took my passport. Have a look at it. You realize what I'm saying is true. And called the lady to say, can you please get this gentleman, ding, 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 everything that follows. He did not ask me for money. This is why, personally, as a person and on the hot seat, I believe our systems can work if we, those that are consuming the processes, will wait, exercise patience, and refuse to pay at first hand. Things can change. Let me use this opportunity to applaud DVLA, the service offered at Ridge called the Prestige process. I went there to convert my driver's license. It was swift, it was smooth. Nobody asked me for a dime. Go here, I go. So the sign off, go here, I go. Okay, go to the queue over there and pay. And everything was done officially. If that can be done, why can't it be everywhere? The gentleman who drove me there told me, man, I've been waiting for my driving license for 6 months. You just took your driving license in an hour. That's how simple and swift it was. It was a paid service. That's okay. But while the official money is paid, nobody was asking anything. And all the services and the extras that was offered alongside this prestige process were given. Nobody will hold anything from me. So it can work when we renew our mindset. Is it not the same DVLA? But when you go to 37, it's a different ball game.
If you love your country, sing Ghana was work. Let's stand together.